YouTube people. So we're back and we are building a couple of pedal boards, simple, more complicated, and I'm going to show you how to use different PXL loopers and how to, which one you need, how to wire them up. So, there'll be a couple of videos. If you get the time, if you're in the market for something like this, watch them, learn, comment, correct me. I don't know shit. So, here we go. And we're gonna look at a couple of other Joyo products and, other companies too, because it is not just Joyo, But they're pretty cool, huh? So, first of all, any good pedal board build needs coffee. Now we go. So, we're gonna build a super simple board, 4 pedals, using the PXL4. Okay? In the first part of this video series, you've already seen what this does. But now you're actually gonna see it. And we're gonna use this Joyo. We're gonna use this Joyo RD3 rock driver, which is a very neat, very thin pedal board. You can't put the pedals underneath, so it's flat, but it's great for more simple pedal boards, probably up to, let's say, 6, maybe 7 pedals. And it's kind of a cool design because you have this trolley. You can wheel it around. It's not super heavy, so this is really great for your, well, not basic, but your average kind of, like, I'm gonna call it, let's say, beginner pedal board. So what you do is, you actually go to your gig and you unsnap this and make sure, you know where you put this. So, the feet in the back are higher than in the front, so it stands slanted. Now, if you don't keep your pedals in here, it is a great place for your big bone. Because where else do you put a big bone when you're not using it? I think pedal board cases are perfect for that. But for now, since we're gonna use it as a pedal board, we're gonna put the big bone away. So, with this one, you take the top off and you put it where the big bone is. Maybe even rest the big bone on it, so it rests nicely, so it doesn't get scratched. Because who wants the big bone scratched, really? Okay, so we got this here. They're very cool, because Joyo already put Velcro on here, the soft side, and the nibbly side. The stuff that goes on the pedals, they supply. So when you open this, there's a roll of nibbly side Velcro in there, which is cool. But we're not gonna Velcro anything down because, I just don't want to. So you will place the PXL4 like so. If you've seen my epic fail pedal board build, you've seen that you need the right cable length, because otherwise it's crazy in here. Joyo sent me these, except for these two, and this one, and this one. These are kind of studio patch cords, but they also work nice for pedal boards, even though they're stereo. So these Joyo ones are actually neat. If you open this up, this is, nicely done. One of the problems for a pedal board build that doesn't have railings, or rails to hide the cables under, when you use these, they will stand up like this. Okay, so they will come up because they're angled and there's no other way to do this. See? And they're decent quality, but what I want for my pedal boards, again, they're nice and probably rather inexpensive. Where are they? I want the highest quality possible. And usually that means you spend about 30 to 50 euro on a cable like this. That's a lot of money. So I ordered myself extremely flexible, very, very nice flexible, and high-end cable from Sommer. So this is Sommer cable, and it's called Black Silk Spirit. Very nice. It's extremely thick, so I actually had to drill all these straight connectors and make them bigger, because very few connectors actually are able to hold this big cable. So I made like 40 cables. This on one end, and a very flat pan head, because it looks like a frying pan, connector on the other side, which will go into the cables, into the pedals. And I made cables that you can get, because they're extremely short, which is great, as you will see. So what we're gonna do, gonna use a Dr. J compressor in loop number 1. Gonna use a US Dream in loop number 2. An AC tone in loop number 3. And the beautiful analog delay in loop number 4. And if you can see in the back here, this is a bigger pedal board, which we'll look at later. And that already has my Joyo power supply underneath, which I don't want to take out. So we're going to use this Carl Martin Pro Power. Very nice power supply, heavy, bigger, but you can see you can still put this under the pedal board, as I will show you later. So we're going to put the Carl Martin Pro Power anywhere here really. So you would Velcro this down. As you can see, there's still a little bit more space. But let's look at how we're going to cable this. So very simple, we're going to put this in loop number 1 with a cable that just reaches the input. That's not long enough. Let's go, what do we have here? And see, they're straight, so they don't stick up. That looks about right. And we're going to put this up here. Good. Do I have another one of these? So the cables aren't perfect, but you can see that they're all nice and flat, and you now could take actually a bit of Velcro and tape them down so that they're all in place. Obviously, I've got a lot more cables like these, but they're in the other pedal board and already wired in. So what you need to do is turn them all on now. So we need power, which we're gonna get. So we're gonna go get our power connectors. And you want to make sure, that you have the output selected on your power supply, if it is one of those, that has more power for the actual looper, because it needs 300 milliamps as it says here. So on the Pro Power, I know that 7 and 8 actually put out more power, so I'm going to put this in 8 and give it power. Obviously, on a real pedal board, you would make sure that all these cables are zip tied together and neatly stored away. Okay? So now we need 2 more cables. And you need your cable going to the amp, which will go out of the output. Then there's your guitar cable, and I used Sommer cable, Spirit XXL. It's a very nice cable, it's not too thick, and a very nice Neutrik connector on one side, and an actual Neutrik silent plug on the other side, so that you can always just pull that out and there's no problem. So there we go. Now we're gonna make some presets. All the pedals always stay on, okay? Here, a nice rhythm sound. This will be our lead sound with the mids in. Okay. So, right now, A is lit up, B is flashing, which meant it was in bypass mode. none of the loops are on. So I go to A, which will turn on my US stream for a rhythm sound. Do I want that? No, on A I want a clean sound just with the compressor. So I'm going to go to Edit, and now all 4 buttons correspond to the 4 loops. I turn this loop off, I turn this loop on, store, thank you, ma'am. On B I want my rhythm sound. Well, which would be the US stream on. What kind of sound is that? I edit, only the US stream is on, I store. Now I go to the next bank, and you see the bank is flashing. Both of them are on. I'm not on any sound yet. Now I hit A, and now I'm actually on the sound. On there, I want the AC tone. So we're going to go Edit, loop number 3 on, loop number 1 off, store. Okay? And on B, I want a compressed signal going into the AC tone for endless sustain into the analog delay for a beautiful lead sound. So we're going to go B, Edit, so I want the compressor, the AC tone, and the delay, store. So there's 4 sounds, and I think that should be enough for now. Let's, play through a couple of these. And then that was the relatively simple pedalboard build for a PXL4 from Joyo. I'll show you some of the sounds you can get with this.